Hello Libra, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind. This is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel if you're new and you're enjoying the content, and also hit that notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. What we're gonna do in this video is go over the astrology for Libra rising, and then go over, do a tarot and oracle card reading for the season of Scorpio for Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. And so the way that these videos works, hello Valerie and hello Sanders, is you watch your rising sign for the astrology, and then you watch Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising for the tarot card reading. And that'll give you like plenty to kind of go and find throughout all the videos. This is actually the last video. We're finally completing the full zodiac wheel today with this one. I'm really excited. I was a little bit behind, but excited to finally dive into this. And Scorpio season is really exciting. So let's jump into the chart. I'm going to change the screen and I'll show you the chart. And before I actually do that, I want to invite you to download my free moon astrology guide, which is going to tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It's also going to enter you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report, which gives you the astrology and the horoscope for the week ahead. And it's really useful for knowing what energies are coming up and how to plan for that in your life. It's also the best way to stay in contact with me, because I am going to be coming out with some very powerful specials. There's a holiday sale coming up. There's also the early bird pricing for the Moon Goddess training, the next Moon Goddess training, which begins in January. And I'm also releasing the Moon Goddess Mala and essential oil blend this weekend. And I'm going to be sending out all these, notifications, not many, but to let you guys know about all that, and so you can stay in touch with this community. There's also a membership coming up, and I haven't been talking about that quite yet, but I'm excited about it, and I will be talking about it soon. But I did want to make sure that you guys are connected in this beautiful way. So let's talk about what is going on for Libra rising. This is your astrology chart, and the first thing that we look at is the sun moving into the sign of Scorpio, which for you is in your second house. So here we find the sun. Think of this as the big theme for you for this 30 days. We're already like a few days into Scorpio season, so don't worry about that, because the really powerful stuff is coming up. So I actually got these videos done right before the big shebang bang, which is this Saturday. So this but this theme of the second house, which is the house of values, the house of being grounded and rooted, this is the house of the goddess Venus. If you are a Libra rising, you're actually ruled by the planet Venus, and there's some powerful Venus transits coming up in the next few months, like starting this Saturday and into the next few months. So it's important to look at what Venus is doing, and also because this is the second house of Venus, this affects you as well. So the theme of self-esteem, values, how much you value yourself, how much you are being in your courage, how much you're finding those things that make you feel good in this world, is a big part of this 30 days, this season. And we'll see when I talk about the nodes moving into Taurus and Scorpio, how that's going to affect you based off of this house. But on Saturday, we see Mars move into the sign of Scorpio. So Mars enters into your second house. So adds energy, drive, motivation to uncover, right? Scorpio is about going deep into the darkness, shining a light into the dark, looking at your shadows. And then once you're faced with them, what are you ready to let go of? And then taking action towards letting go of those things. So this is about letting go of old ways that you thought of yourself, letting go of limiting beliefs. If you don't feel like you are someone of value, if you don't feel your strong self-esteem, your confidence, your courage, you may want to let go of those limiting beliefs, because you are definitely not going to want to be in that space in 2022 when the South Node moves into the sign of Scorpio. This weekend, we also see Venus, your ruling planet, enter into your third house of communication. But what she's doing is actually entering a phase called the wholeness phase. This is where she's still an evening star. You can see her in the sky. I highly recommend you guys go out when the sun is setting and you look up onto the horizon and you see the brightest star you've ever seen in your life. That is Venus. This 50-day cycle is going to be where she's the brightest in the evening sky. She's the evening star. So she's achieving maximum brightness, duration, height, maximum separation from the sun. Her velocity decreases to a standstill because she's beginning her final approach to Earth by the end of the phase, and then she's going to disappear from the sky, go into that underworld journey herself, and then reappear as the morning star after the inferior conjunction, the Cassini point with the sun when she's retrograde, and that's going to be in January, is going to be the exact conjunction. But this is about actualizing your individual potential in complete service to the betterment of the world. So a powerful transit, bringing all of these energies together during this very intense time of, it's the fall, but Scorpio season is where the veil is thin. Samhain is coming up, where we can connect with our spirit guides, angels, teachers, our ancestors, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, those that have passed on, that are there, like guiding us and supporting us on this beautiful path called life. So that's going on while Venus is entering the wholeness phase, while we're entering into eclipse season, while we're going through Scorpio season, which is about uncovering those things that are hidden. There's a lot going on. Then we see a new moon in Scorpio next week on the 4th. And that new moon is it's key to setting yourself up for 2022. This is how important this specific horoscope is for you guys. Just this month, this season. And the reason is because on the other end of the spectrum, you've got your 8th house of death, change, transformation, and you've got the energy of Taurus. The North Node is going to move into Taurus in January, and the South Node is going to move into Scorpio at the same time. Now, North Node is where you're going to want to focus your energy. So when you see a new moon with all this heavy Scorpio energy, and you know that the South Node is going to be moving into this area where the next 18 months starting in January are going to be about the 2nd house and the 8th house, which is value, money, finances versus death, change, transformation, and resources, and the things that come to you from outside resources, not from yourself. This is a big deal to think about. And what you set intentions for here is what are those limiting beliefs that I'm ready to let go of? What are those things in terms of like how I feel about myself, how much like my relationship to my finances, my relationship to my values, all of those things. You need to set an intention to let go of any old patterns of thinking and believing that are in this area of your life, so that you can make space to focus on the change and the transformation and the stability that actually comes from surrendering and releasing those things that no longer serve you. We're also going to see Venus move into the sign of Capricorn, and so she's going to enter into the 4th house. So think of the 4th house being that another big theme for you the coming few months. Venus enters on this day, which is the 5th, the day next week, the day right after the new moon in Scorpio. She's going to be in Capricorn well beyond the new year, all into January, and she's going to make that conjunction with the sun on January 6th, I think, but don't quote me on that. It's somewhere in that first week of January. She's going to go retrograde in Capricorn, and for you, this is relationships regarding home and family. So what is it that you have to reflect on in terms of these relationships? The Venus retrogrades only happen every 18 months. So they are big deals. And we'll be talking about this specifically next week in the Magic of Venus, the Capricorn energy and the retrograde. But for now, it's like preparation time, because you are going to be setting yourself up for success if you understand what's coming and if you have a bigger perspective of everything that's going on in your life in terms for you, relationships between your family members, your loved ones, even your relationship with places that feel like home to you in general. That theme is going to be coming up for you strong in the next few months. Mercury enters Scorpio, so we can add him here to this second house energy. Your mind, your thoughts, they're going to turn into this intense investigative mind where you're going to want to find the truth. It's going to be relentless energy with Mars there, and that moon, new moon energy that we'll be kind of embarking from, taking that big step forward. The Mercury, the magician, helps us to dive deep in terms of allowing ourselves to go there with our mind, to just go there, just see it, express it, and go through the experience, because you're going to want to not be in this space next year. You're going to want to release anything that doesn't serve you from this area of your life, second house, for next year. And then we end the month with the powerful full moon in Taurus. This is a moon that is exalted in your 8th house. So whatever intentions you set, for that new moon, you're going to see it already manifest, whether minutely, whether a big thing happens or something small, significant or subtle, you're going to see the shift. So, and this is a glimpse into 2022. So whatever comes up for you this month, while the sun is transiting through Scorpio, is a glimpse into 2022, which sounds kind of scary, but that's why I'm giving you this information, so that you can get prepared, so you can be in the right mental space. And remember, it's Scorpio season. Let go of the old, make space for the new. Let the towers fall. Do not resist whatever wants to fall apart in your life. That's what this season is all about. The universe is supporting us through that process, so we should not resist it. This moon, like I said, is going to be exalted. It's also going to be on a star called Algol, which is known as the dark goddess, the death star, the Medusa star. It's going to shine a light on our shadows. And if we're not in the right space, can you imagine what can come out into the collective? This is also the first eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse. And it's the first of 2 eclipses that begins a new 6-month cycle. So can you see all the layers of powerful transits that are adding up? Algol also is right around the area where the Pleiades start. And so the Pleiades are heart consciousness, heart chakra, expanding this area of your heart. And the power of the Pleiades is they want us to move forward. They want humanity to evolve. And that's what they're here to help us do, by reminding us to have fun, to love, to be in joy, to express ourselves, our sexuality, our creativity, our passion. All of those things we need to express, and we need to be in a space of expansion so that we can be, right, that ultimate individual potential for the betterment of the world. But it takes inner work, and it takes going through those shadows. And that is exactly what this season is all about. But all of these things are kind of piling up, making it super important, maybe more important than other Scorpio seasons. So that's the astrology for you, Aries, Libra rising. And now we're going to pull some cards, 5 cards: intuition, challenge, overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors, and animal spirit. And we'll see what message your spirit guides, angels, teachers have for you. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, teachers, for being here with us today. We would like to ask help clearing the energy of the cards, as well as my energy, so I can be that open channel of grace, wisdom, and intuition, and these powerful messages to come through this evening. Whatever Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising needs to know, please bring it up. Anything that will help them along this powerful Scorpio season would be amazing. What is the wisdom from the ancestors for Libra? And last but not least, let's pull an animal spirit card that will guide Libra through this season. What do they need? What guidance do they need? What support from the animal kingdom? What wisdom do they need? Oh, interesting. The gazelle. So there was another sign. I think it was Virgo. Virgo that got the gazelle as well. So similar, you guys have similar energies, Libra, Virgo going on. I think it was Virgo. All right. So let's take a look at what the cards that you got. The first card is the Judgment card. It did come out reverse. That's a good thing. The Three of Swords came out as the challenge card. The Emperor as the overall theme. So that's two major arcanas and a third one, the Sun, as the wisdom from the ancestors, and then the gazelle is your animal spirit. So what can we learn from the Judgment card reversed? It depends on how this energy is going to show up. Actually, reverse, it may not be that intense of a positive message. The Judgment card can definitely be about, okay, Virgo, awesome, Valerie, thank you. Can be about action. It can be about renewal and absolution. It's also a time where you are letting go, like not judging yourself. But when it's reversed, what happens is you may feel like you're in doubt. Something about, this energy feels like you're in doubt. You may be self-destructing through your thoughts, your thought patterns, and you may be blaming either yourself or others. So it's kind of a victim kind of mentality. Basically, you are judging yourself right now, and that is obviously not a good place to be. So how do we remove that? And what is actually going on here? Why is this happening? And the challenge card that you got is the Three of Swords. So this is heartbreak. This is something has broken your heart, whether it's, something that happened recently or something that, you're now feeling. It takes time to process grief. The Three of Swords can definitely be about grief, but I think that you're judging yourself for something that happened, and it's causing you, it caused your heart to break, whatever the situation was. And so now you're kind of in the aftermath of that. So how can you move through this energy? Because you have to move through this energy, and you have to stop, judging yourself for, what has happened. The Judgment card, when it's upright, it's about like not judging yourself anymore, letting go. It's like the last judgment, right? So it seems like you're going to be like, judged yourself, but at the same time, it's the realization that we're really the only ones that really judge ourselves, because we have free will, and it doesn't matter. Everyone else is in their own world. We think they're in our world, but they're not. Like, everyone is in their own world, and understanding that frees you from the restraints of needing things, needing other people to give you your worth. That's not how it works. You need to give yourself the worth. The card that you get as the overall theme is the Emperor, and the Emperor brings up structure, maturity, Saturn energy, the father, authority. And you are, I think, either stepping into your authority, and you're learning how to do this through this cycle of the sun moving through Scorpio, or you're dealing with things that they feel like there's a wall. Structure is, okay, there's a building, like I can't walk through the wall because there's something in the way. So one of two things can be happening for you. It's like you're either stepping into your authority, or you feel that there's blocks in your way to move towards what you really want, towards releasing that judgment and releasing, those limiting beliefs. It's mostly about yourself and your sense of value. And remember, you've got second house energy. So this is about how much you value yourself, and how much do you expect your value to come from others versus yourself. Your ancestors and spirit guides want you to know that what you need to focus on is shining your light, being yourself, being in your own essence. The sun is about expression, action, willpower. This is where the solar plexus, this is where you find your strength to continue to move forward. They're saying, find the light, move towards the light. That is the key to healing during this powerful season for you. And the gazelle is here to guide you. The gazelle is about heightened awareness. and ability. So it's also about vulnerability. It takes vulnerability to go through any kind of ending, death, cycle, tower moment, and then into a new beginning. The gazelle represents supreme grace. So can you go through this with grace? Can you enter into your wholeness phase with Venus with grace? Can you go through the retrograde with grace? This is your ruling planet, and it's a big part of what's happening this month. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. It's very Libra as well. So that's your sun. That's your sun energy, right? It's very Libra. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilance, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty, which is very Libran, they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Your inner light, your sun, your sunlight. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit, which you are, gentle Libra. When in balance, you will feel graceful. You will move with grace throughout the month. You will be perceptive, and you will let your creativity shine and express itself. If you're out of balance, you may feel like you can't sleep. You may experience insomnia. Your mind may race. To bring it to balance, do something that calms you. Yin yoga, meditation, good food, healthy food, comfort food, but healthy comfort food. And then making yourself as cozy as possible, because we really do need to be cozy during this crazy Scorpio time. But thank you again for being here for this reading. Make sure you check out the links in the description to find out more information about all the amazing things coming up. Share this video with your friends, and I will see you again next month for this type of video, and then I will be back tomorrow to do some mini readings. So if you need some guidance for this new phase that's coming up, we can definitely look at your chart or do a tarot reading tomorrow. Thank you. Sat Nam. I will see you again next time.